Hey guys, it's a pretty overcast day here, so sorry about the lighting. This is my day 5 of the 30-day makeup challenge in May, and I'm holding my iPad here. I hope it's not rocking around too much on you. Today's look is the sunset inspired look, and I've actually been working on this one for a couple days, but in a very light manner. So here is what I got going on. Can you see that, I hope? I even have a little bit of sunset going on in the lipstick. I have some yellows and coppers, orange, purples, blacks, and grays, as well as one of the Urban Decay's Moon Dust eyeshadows on. But I'm going to give you a walkthrough, and I will list all of the products that I used in that, so catch you later. So I already went ahead and did everything on my face as far as cleansing, moisturizing, using primer, and my concealer and the NYX color corrector and my foundation. So now I'm using the peach, and I also did my brows, but I didn't do a very good job with my brows this time, and I already used all the eyeliners. But I am starting the base of my eyes by putting the Peach Lights highlighter by Makeup Revolution just under my brow bone. And then I'm going to go to this Bare Minerals palette that I've had for several years now. They don't make it anymore. It was called the Cocktail Hour. I don't know if any of the individual colors are available. But I'm going to start with this really light shimmery pink. And yes, shimmers are a no-no for hooded eyes. I should be using matte everything, but I just don't have enough matte colors right now. I'm sorry about my voice cracking up. I've been pretty sick. I've been sucking down the hot tea here. And I'm just going to put that as a shimmer, as a base and a transition color just above the natural crease of my eye. And then I'm going to go in with that little bit of a darker pink and do the same thing just to build up the colors in there. I just noticed that I had some crazy hair going on. But I'm going to build up the powdery base and the colors with these transition colors. After that, I'm going to go to copper, because you know copper has coppers and oranges and purples, and the pinks are pretty common in a really pretty sunset. So I wanted to go in with copper here. And it's not a very deep, strong copper, which didn't make me happy. I really wanted something a little bit stronger, but I didn't want to go too crazy because I was going to the cardiologist that afternoon. And yeah. So I'm going to put that over my entire lid, including the mobile part of my lid. And I want that copper to kind of peek out from beneath the purples when I put those on. And like I said, I wasn't real happy with how dark the copper was. It wasn't dark enough, so I went to Giddy by Unique, and it's a little bit more of an orange color, but it mixes really well with this and adds a little bit of that fire that you would catch from the last few rays of the sun. And I got it ready. I don't even use all that I put in the lid there, and I just got that ready. And then I went ahead and grabbed yellow mica, and I make some of my own eyeshadows, and I use these mineral micas when I make them. And yellow, I wanted to add just a little bit of yellow with the copper underneath the highlight, which you just can't see me doing anything right there. I'm sorry about that. And you're not going to see this yellow show up on the camera, but you can see it in person and see how it mixes with that copper. It just looked really shimmery and really pretty. I know most people probably wouldn't see a place for a whole lot of yellow in eyeshadows. I actually have made a yellowish gold tinted shadow. I'll have to share that at some point. But I just wanted that to kind of mix in with that upper layer of copper. Now I'm going to go back in with that Giddy to deepen some of that sunsetty orange color. And I'm going to put that on the mobile lid and my crease and just above the crease as well. And I touch this up a couple times so that I don't actually show in the video because that gets a little redundant. And I did not put that on properly, to be honest. Oh, you probably won't hear the puppy snoring in the background because I turned the volume down on the on that. Now I'm going in with these purples. I will talk about how to properly use loose pigment powders, but I didn't do it right there. I'm so sick, I haven't been feeling the greatest. But I'm going in with that medium shade purple as a transition from the yellows and oranges to those purple colors you would see mixed in with the sunset. And just putting that above my natural crease. And I do a whole lot of blending that I also, for your sake, cut out of the video. I'm pretty sure you have the idea of blending by now, and if you don't, I'm actually going to do a tutorial on different blending styles and techniques and methods to achieve different looks. And then I went in with that darker purple above the crease, but I was a little bit more concentrated with where I put it. I used it right above my natural crease and then down on the outer edge of my mobile lid. And yes, I do get that blended in at some point. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of that copper and I'm going to go below the eyes to balance out that coppery color. And I want to smudge that in, you know, just smooth it out, blend it in. And then I'm going to use the liner side of my my liner shader brush. And I'm going to take that darkest purple in this palette and I'm going to kind of draw a little bit of a eyeliner below what I already have done. I use black on the outer corner of my eyes, the outer third, for my eyeliner, and then I use white for the rest of the lower waterline. And I use black as a tight line on my upper lid. And I'm going to use that purple to just deepen the area where I placed it above the crease and at the corner. Here's Urban Decay, the Moon Dust shadow, one of the Moon Dust shadows. This one is in the color Scorpio, homage to my daughter who is a Scorpio. And I take that and I put that in the outer V on both eyes. And I dust it just a little bit below as well. And then I blend that in because it is a black base with all that shimmery glitter. You can see blending, blending, blending. I did a whole lot of blending here. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill in some more liner using Unique's liquid liner. This is a felt tip liner in the color Powerful, which is a gray tone. And I'm going to line, this was a little tricky, in between my waterline and that dark purple line that I put on there just a minute ago. It actually turned out pretty good. You can see it in person a whole lot better than you can on the video or in pictures. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, so it looks really pretty. And you can layer it to increase the amount of pigment that you lay down. So it'll get a little darker and darker as you add more. And then of course I do above my lashes on my mobile lid You could probably see the black eyeliner that I used to tight line there on the upper waterline. That eye is a particular pain in the rear for me because I can't see out of the other eye to see what I'm doing. So that one always gets a little messed up. I don't worry about it. I just soften it, smudge it out. Whatever, it's just makeup. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. And because I have hooded eyes and crepey eyes with loose skin, and anybody who has this problem is going to want to kind of pull that eye up a little and tighten it and pull the skin out so that you can lay the pigment down in a nice smooth line. And I have definitely gotten a little bit better at using these. And by the way, we're getting ready to come out with a couple of new products next week. And I don't know what they are. There's that crazy hair again. My Black Status Elite sponsor does know what they are, but she's being very secretive. Here's a little thing. If you get a little too crazy on the outside edge of your eyes and you want to clean it up some, just take a baby wipe and go right along that edge and clean it up in any little smudges. And then, of course, if you want to lay down a little bit more foundation, or I go over it with a mineral veil dusting later. And that'll just clean up any of your little boo-boos there. Ooh, look at this. My Golden Lights from Makeup Revolution. This is one of my favorite things right now. I'm going to put this right under the brow bone and on top of the brow bone. Anytime you put that line there, it's going to clean up your eyebrows and even give you a lifted, give your eyes kind of a lifted look. If you have downward turned eyes like I do, droopy eyes, saggy skin, hooded eyes, you always want to go for those things that give you an eye lift look. This is one of those things. Having your eyeliner point upwards is another thing, which I have trouble doing because I have such severely downward pointing eyes. And also, I'll highlight later at the temples and show you that Kim Kardashian look. Is it Kim or? I don't know. I don't pay attention to those guys very much. And I highlight inside the inner corner of my eye at the tear duct. I do this time and time again because I just can't get enough highlighter there to make me happy. But this Golden Highlights by Makeup Revolution, their Vivid Baked Highlighter, it's just amazing. The other one that I have is the Peach Lights, and it's a soft glow, a soft glowy highlighter. It doesn't show up as much as this one does. They have another one called Radiant Lights that has a golden tone and does the same thing as the Peach Lights. It doesn't have the peach in it. And I'm going to use my Beachfront Bronzer here to start a little bit of a minor contouring. I don't like to do a lot of contouring on me. This is in the color Sunset. It's the lightest color we make and it actually has 2 shades in it. I tend to mix the 2 together and start at, anybody else would want to start at the hairline. For me, it doesn't really matter because I'm going to throw a wig on. And draw all the way around the face and the jawline, the chin, the other jawline. And I do a loose dusting of this. I don't go crazy with it. And under here, because I hate that little waddle I have from losing so much weight, I'm going to do a minor contour there just below the cheekbone, above the jawbone there, where you do the sucky face. But I don't want to go crazy with it. And then I'm going to move on. I'm not a major blush girl. I have one blush. This is it. And it's a light pink color, and I dust it off. Just tap it onto the apples and pull it up to the temples of next to my eyes. I just tap this on in a very soft way. And it is a pretty pink. I'm not a major fan of pink, but this one is a really pretty one. I'm going to go back with that Peach Lights, Makeup Revolution, and I'm going to start to throw this highlight on. And I do use it more liberally than the other one because, like I said, this gives a gentle, soft glow. So by liberally, I mean the area, the amount of area that I will put this on, not necessarily that I go in like with 10 pounds of it or anything. And anywhere that I plan on highlighting with my golden lights in a more intense fashion, I'm going to put this peach lights down first to give it a glow. And that's going to be anywhere that the sun would naturally hit, anywhere that I want to draw attention to. And I forgot to contour my nose a little bit, so I'm going to do that. Even though I like my nose, I'm not too fussy about the shape of my nose. I could stand to get rid of that little indent above my nose there, but it's not going anywhere unless I get like I don't know, forehead lift, a brow lift, I don't know. I haven't done my lipstick yet, but putting a little bit underneath your lips there helps them look a little fuller. Now I can go ahead and finish my highlighting, because I want that to go over top of that bronzer that I put on top of my nose. So I have a tiny bit of a bump there. Doesn't really bother me too bad. Highlight just above the jawbone, just above the lips, and the inside corners of the eye there. Yep, I have gone highlighter crazy. I think I'm going to get every color that they make. And then after that, I'm going to get Becca's. And I'm going to smooth that out, blend it in with this soft, fluffy brush, but I do it with a very light touch, so that, yes, it's blended in, but not blended away. If you haven't heard of Becca's Cosmetics, it's probably something you want to check out. They're pricey, but they have high quality stuff. This here is a fantastic dupe at $6. These guys are $6, and they work just as beautifully as Becca's, which are $38. So now I'm going to put these in definitely a more concentrated area where the light would shimmer. You see how I'm being very particular about where it goes. And I will smooth this in as well, but just enough. And I'm doing this in a very light fashion because this is supposed to be sunset, not sunrise or noon on the beach. And I spared you, I didn't show you me putting on mascara because that's just boring. You've seen that 5,000 times probably. And like I said, I could spend hours just highlighting because for some reason I'm sort of addicted to highlighting right now. Who knows what next month's fad will be for me. But again, these Makeup Revolutions, they're fabulous, great products. And I'm going to smooth that in. You see how light I'm using that fluffy brush? Really light-handed on that because I don't want to smooth it away, just blend it in. Now we're going to go ahead and I'm pretty sure work on lips. I'm going to use Pouty by Unique for my lip liner. I love Pouty. Pouty and Pompous are the two lip liners that I like the most and use all the time. Pouty works for anything nude or lighter shades, neutrals. And you want to anchor your hand using your pinky or your ring finger. Gives you more control. And start in the center. The center of your lip is where you want the heaviest amount of color to be anyway when you're lining. And as you work your way out and you make several passes, that's going to lay more color down there. And I'm going to start in the center with the Cupid's bow here and move outwards. Sorry about that. And I'm actually going to use this lip liner to create a very almost unnoticeable ombre look, but it is noticeable in the light and in person, just by shading in a little bit on the bottom and the sides, in the center of my lip, and then down the sides of the top lip. And I actually end up using, oh yeah, you see how many lipsticks I have just here, and just at my beck and call right here in my little pouch. I had to go through and find a couple that I wanted to use. I wound up using a base color from Mary Kay. If you need a Mary Kay rep, Susan King, if you look her up on Facebook, or if you need to be put in contact with her, she's awesome. I ended up using 3 lip products, but I didn't show them all. I'm going to put them away. The other one that I used was Unique's Extravagant because it has such an orange color on me. And I used that to create that sunset glow look. And then I'm going to go in over top of that with my peach, oops, no, not yet. With the golden lights, I'm actually going to do the Cupid's bow, so you get that highlight effect right above the lips. But I did use Extravagant for that orange sunset color, and then I'm going to go in with the peach lights here on the lip just to give that ombre-ness. I'm going to smooth it in first with my finger. I wasn't happy with how that worked, so I went ahead and used my brush. And that's going to give a highlight right where I want that ombre effect. And then later, that you're not going to see, because I cut it out for whatever reason, I went over top of that with my Unique Bonbon in the color Chocolate Truffle. And that just gives a light tint and great moisture. And the bonbons are a lip treatment. So you can kind of see the sheen on my lips after I get done trying to show off the highlight and the eyeballs. You can see that sheen on the lips that comes from the bonbons and the highlighter. But there it is, my sunset inspired look. Check you later.
So there you go. Sorry, I've been sick, so I'm kind of sucking on a cough drop. That's my sunset inspired look for the 30-day makeup challenge in May. I hope you guys have tried out a sunset look. It's really actually kind of fun playing with the purples and oranges, which are opposite each other on the color wheel. So I hope to talk to you later. Bye.